This is Unknown, a Cora Shields suspense thriller, Book 7, written by Blake Pearce, narrated by Emma A. Gould. Prologue. A rough hand grabbed Janice Holman, dragging her out of her exhausted sleep. It was dark, pitch dark, apart from the flashlight, shining straight into her eyes as she opened them, searing into her vision so that only weird bluish patterns remained. Adrenaline surged through her, the fight-or-flight response jolting her sharply awake. Her instinct was to scream. Quickly, desperately, she suppressed it, clamped her mouth shut. Another hand dragged her out of the narrow bed. She knew better than to fight. Something was shoved over her head, musty-smelling, rough fabric. A pillowcase? A sack? This was more like a sack. Now she was swathed in darkness, and those two hands were half dragging, half carrying her out of the dormitory that she shared with 3 others. Nobody else made a sound. Why would they? Either they were deeply asleep or else just keeping silent, relieved that they hadn't been picked for this latest round of hazing. As she was dragged along the floor on a twisting, turning route, Janice couldn't suppress her panic. This hazing was too much. It was too brutal. She'd never thought that army life would be this way. Months down the line, and this was still happening? The blindness was terrifying, being dragged while unable to see, her shoulder bashing against a wall, sharp pain flaring so that the breath gasped out of her. They weren't supposed to injure people during hazing. That rule book got thrown out the window on her first night. They could. They did. And she'd been unfairly targeted. That she knew. Nobody to complain to. Just got to take the pain, roll with the blows, hope that it toughened her up. What was this going to be punishment for? Coming in last in the run yesterday? Falling off the suspended log during the obstacle course? Weakness was punished here, for sure. And she had taken a dip physically after suffering the flu and an injury. Another whiplash turn around a corner. How many people were there? It seemed like only 1 this time, which was unusual. Maybe others were waiting. This was further than they usually took her, and when would the head cover come off? She could shout for help. She could ask them to stop, but that would make it worse. They'd slap her around, make her sit in the chair for an hour without moving, give her 50 push-ups to do and tell her she wasn't leaving till she'd done them, and then add another one every time she stopped. She knew what this torture session was like.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?